rainbow way up high.
You know, that gets me right here.
It really does.
We should do that.
That song touches my heart in ways that I can't even.
I don't think anybody's recorded that yet.
I don't think so. I just wrote that.
That's awesome.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Hey guys, welcome to Jon Jon Time with John
and John
and also John. So we asked you guys to send in your questions, and since none of you did, we just kind of made up our own. So, see, what you do when you go to tune a ukulele is you tune the first string, and then you're going to want to tune all the other strings to be exactly the same as the first string. Right.
That's close.
Yeah.
That's it.
And so I tune all of them the same, except for this bottom one.
Well, you probably don't even play that one.
Yeah, most people don't even use that string. So then, right now I'm going to play a G chord shape, and it's going to sound like nothing that you've ever heard before.
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for the weekend?
Ooh, how do I prepare for the weekend? Well, I would say that one of the things that I do in preparation for the weekend is I take a bath.
Yeah.
Well, shower, because in our bus there is no real bathtub.
Hard to do.
It's a shower. But now sometimes you can put a piece of plastic over the hole and get about that much water in the bottom, and if you just kind of roll around in that, that's similar.
That would soothe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's close. What do you do?
Well, I normally, since I do a lot of the singing or lead the music and stuff, I have to warm up vocally. So I find a note, the highest note that I could possibly reach, and then I scream for 30 minutes straight. And that generally gets my vocal cords loosened up.
Yeah,
warmed
I
up.
should try that.
Yeah,
I really should. I didn't know that you were doing that. That's interesting.
Right.
That's
yeah,
interesting.
That's how I vocalized. How would you encourage aspiring evangelists?
Ooh. Well, first of all, don't feel bad, because all of us aspire. And I would recommend that, and they have products, and you can get them at Walmart and CVS and Walgreens and some gas stations even. And you can get it in a tube, or sometimes even baking soda will work. And if you just rub that underneath your pits, then that will help with
As you're writing your sermons, sometimes most people neglect the elbow pit.
That's true.
When you're writing, often the elbow. I perpetually perspire in the elbow pit.
Really?
Yeah, I deal with that. Perpetually perspire, or PP.
Yes.
And if you deal with PP, then like right guard or any form of antiperspirant.
That's good. That's really what. And something else too I was thinking about, John, was that behind the knee.
Yes.
You get that there too. And there's nothing worse than whenever you're in a meeting and people look down at the back of your leg. That's right. They see that little wet spot behind
PP on the knee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people they've heard our music, and so they wonder if we practice or with a metronome, because they say they struggle to practice with a metronome.
Honestly, and usually when we sing, it's just us guys. When we're singing, and I don't ever remember a metronome singing with us.
I've never actually seen a metronome. Most metronomes that I know, like you don't know me, they live in an urban place and wear a lot of affliction. If you find a metronome and you can stay with him. So churches ask, what do you look for when you come for a revival?
Ooh. Well, there's a multitude of things that we look for right away when we get to a place. Number one, they really need to make sure that they've got a good sewer dump.
Yes.
Because we travel as much as we do, and you don't ever want anybody to say that you're full of it.
That's right.
And so you've got to have a place to get rid of that stuff. What about you?
Generally, I prejudge how good the revival will be by the quality of snacks and candy found in the nursery and children's church room.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the first thing that I look for when I go into the building.
And could we suggest that you put some of those cinnamon honey grams in there, because we like those.
Also, the frosted animal crackers, not just like the cheap kind, the kind with the sprinkles that stick in them.
Yes, yeah.
You can't have a spiritual nursery without having those.
Yeah. Hey, remember that one time that we used those for communion?
That was good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We won't talk about that. Question sort of for the church, from the churches, what should they expect from us while we're there for the revival?
Ooh, what do you think?
Well, it's probably safer to start with, more what you should not expect from us. Easier to name those things.
Yeah, yeah.
Any form of athleticism, don't expect that from us.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Now, I gave that up for Lent a couple of years ago, and I'm just not picking that back up. That's not going to happen.
Muskrat taming?
That's never going to happen for us.
We don't do that.
Yeah, we tried it that one time, and it didn't go over very good.
Didn't end well.
No.
I really like geocaching. It's where I hide things, and Dad has to go find them.
Yeah, it's not, because I've tried it on my phone, and it never says that he's hit it in a certain place, so it's not going to work out.
Well, I think that's about enough for today. I really hope that we've inspired you.
I think we have. We've totally inspired them.
Yeah.
If they looked in a mirror right now, they would look at themselves and say, they have inspired us.
That's right.
Yeah, I think so.